Full house indeed as we talk about the Rams now heading to the Super Bowl. And Chris, I know you were a little concerned about Donovan McNabb not being quite himself.
Yeah, it's certainly congratulations to the Rams. They did a great job out there today. But the one question that I think will come up in this postgame now is what happened to Donovan McNabb? Here's a guy that during the course of the playoffs has been running all over the place, making plays, scrambling, throwing the football, and today seemed to be happy just sitting there in the pocket, and I still think that's a mistake.
Yeah, it wasn't the Donovan McNabb that we saw over the last 4 weeks. He looked like the Donovan McNabb that we saw in the first week, and I think when Buckhalter went down, they were starting to run the ball effectively in the second quarter. Buckhalter really hits the hole and runs north and south, and Deuce Staley's not that kind of back.
Yeah, let's go back. New England's going to play the Rams. One of the 2 400 yards game passing that Warner's had. One of those this year earlier against New England's. Congratulations to John Shaw. He gave up number 2 to Kansas City for Dick Vermeil, swapped the 2 and the 4 to Arizona, and who did he get? Aeneas Williams.
11 years, of course,
Yep.
in the league. All right, folks, it was the same old Marshall Faulk, though, 31 rushes, 159 yards and 2 touches. Rams heading to the Super Bowl for the second time in the last 3 seasons. Let's rejoin Pat Summerall.
This play of the game is brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Vote for your favorite Dr. Pepper play of the day and enter the Dr. Pepper Big Game Day sweepstakes by logging on to foxsports.com. And what else could it be? The interception by Aeneas Williams that sealed it for the Rams. All right, now for the presentation, let's send you down to Ron Pitts.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? On behalf of myself, Fox Sports Network, and the entire Fox family, first of all, we'd like to congratulate the St. Louis Rams for becoming the NFC champions of the 2001 season. That fine piece of art right there is known as the George S. Halas Trophy. It is awarded to the best team in the NFC, and that will be going to the St. Louis Rams. Here to present Rams owner George Frontier with the Halas Trophy is 2-time Super Bowl quarterback and one of the great quarterbacks in the history of the game, former Green Bay Packer, Bart Starr.
Thank you very much, Ron. Before I begin this presentation, I'd like to thank Commissioner Tagliabue and his staff for inviting Cherry and me to be here to be a part of this special presentation. Georgia, to you, to Stan, John, I think Charlie's down there, and Coach Mike, congratulations on a fabulous game today and a marvelous season. I'm going to present this George Halas Trophy Award to you. And again, congratulations. We'll see you in Super Bowl 36 in New Orleans.
That thing is a little heavy, isn't it, Georgia?
Here, Kurt.
Now, this is your third one of these. You got it okay?
I'm going to give it to Kurt to hold because he's used to holding heavy things.
How this happen?
That's your third one. And, you know, just a few minutes ago, you showed me an interesting concept of the Super Bowl championship ring, should it happen, that you might be wearing. Can we get a look at that?
Well, this is from 2 years ago.
But it's a double finger ring. I don't know if everybody can see that. You've been thinking ahead, haven't you?
Really just a man's ring spread out. But if they had another one, look how great that's going to look.
How special is it to go to the Super Bowl for your team the third time?
It's impossible. I mean, it's something that just doesn't happen. I still can't get my breath. I play every play, and what could I tell you? I mean, Kurt's still strong. I'm getting weak in the knees.
Well, you're right.
We have to thank this wonderful crowd. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. You did it.
You still got that thing, Kurt? Not too heavy yet, huh? Even with the ribs, the thumb, the throat, all that drama, right?
I think I can hold this one.
How special is this now? You guys are going back your second time, and you told me the other day you'd like to have a ring for all 10 fingers.
I would love that, but You know, we just felt from day one that the Lord placed us in this position for a particular destiny. This place, this time, for a special thing. And we've got such a great group of guys here that the Lord has assembled, and we just give the praise and glory to God, and then we say, thank you, St. Louis!
You guys knew they were going to come after you a little bit today. You were a little bit questionable with those ribs, but you said you felt okay. What went on in the game? A little bit of a slow start, but you guys got it rolling later on.
Yeah, you know, we knew they were going to come after us. We didn't handle it too well the first game, but we prepared pretty hard for it today, and we were able to hit them with a lot of big plays, both in the passing game and the running game when they tried to blitz us. So as much as it works in their favor, sometimes it can hurt them a little bit, and I think we were able to hit them a little bit when they were blitzing and get some big plays, and I think that was a difference in the game.
What makes this team special from the last Super Bowl?
You know what? I mean, it's just a complete team. That we've got some special players that were brought in this year that especially number 35 that has had a long career.
He makes a few plays, huh?
And never got a chance, and so we're happy we could give him this.
All right, congratulations, good luck. Marshall Faulk, you're around here somewhere. There he is. Well, it all started on the beginning of the season. You had a little knee problem. You got over that. But you know what? When it came down to the money game, they pumped the ball to you. I think you carried it, what, 7 straight times that second half? We were laughing about that.
I don't know. I'm not counting, but, you know, when I get the opportunity, I just try to make the best of it. But when you're in this business, you got to be in it for the long haul, all the ups and downs. And right now, it's one of the better ups.
This was your best playoff game ever. You had over 150 yards rushing alone. What's it feel like now going back to your hometown, New Orleans, to take on the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 36?
It couldn't be written any better. I couldn't ask for anything more but to go back to New Orleans and play in front of friends and family. And, man, what more is there to say?
Here's a guy I'm sure has got a lot more to say. Aeneas Williams. And I see, Aeneas, you got some little help here in the secondary, huh?
This is little Lazarus. He's been watching everything, man. My parents, everybody enjoyed this moment. This is a special team. And, man, all I can do is praise the Lord Jesus.
Why don't you walk us through the last interception there? And interceptions are nothing new to you in playoff time, especially this year with the 2 last week setting the NFL record. But go through that last one. Tell us what you were looking at.
Well, one of the things we knew Donovan was capable of buying himself time. So one of the things we wanted to do is plaster or get close to the receivers. And when he put it up, we knew he was a little conservative earlier, making sure his guy was open. This time we knew the game was on the line. He had to make sure he get rid of the ball, so just wanted to catch it.
It's a long way from Arizona, but you said you wanted to come here and unlock your potential. It seems to me you have.
Like I said, I think one of the wealthiest places in the world is a cemetery. So many people died not reaching their potential. The Lord didn't allow me to do that. He allowed me to release more of my potential and to enjoy it the way I have with this team and this organization. Is a tremendous opportunity.
Thank you very much, Aeneas, and good luck next week against
New
England Patriots.
Thank you.
Grant Wistrom. First of all, congratulations, man. I know your mom's in the building somewhere. John Mann's been talking about her all game. You made some great plays today. How big is it? How much of a feeling is it to have this win and be going to your second Super Bowl?
It's awesome. You know, it's something that 31 teams start out beginning every year. This is their goal, and for us to be one of the final 2, I mean, it's awesome. This is what, you know, you play all year for, you work for in the offseason, and to see it pay off, you know, playing at home, winning the football game at home, it's incredible.
All right, thanks a lot. Good luck next week. All right, let's go back up to Pat Summerall and John Madden.
We'll be back with much more from both St. Louis and Los Angeles, including interviews from both teams. This Fox NFC Championship special will continue after these messages.
Dear Kurt, how is training camp? Are you getting along with the other boys? This new chunky soup will fill you up right after a fun-filled day. No! New chunky beef rib roast with potatoes is loaded with lean chunks of savory rib roast for a taste of home while you're away. Lights out! I miss you, Pumpkin. Love, Mom.
You all right, Kurt?
Yeah, I'm okay.
New Campbell's Chunky Homestyle Classics.
Like Mom used to make.
I felt like she was in the house.
Emily's dead, Joe.
Between this world and the next, a bridge is about to be crossed. A message is about to be passed, and a journey is about to begin. Dragonfly, rated PG-13, at theaters Friday, February 22nd.
I know my daughter. She's just like me. Works for every grade she gets. She thinks I dress like an idiot. And she wishes her chest were bigger. She knows people who do drugs. I know she doesn't do them. I know, because I ask. I ask all the time.
Your Honor, our client needed a ride home and did the right thing. Use 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
He needed a ride. He had nothing to hide.
Don't start that, Johnny.
He knew he could save big bucks on every call.
Who did he call?
His best friend.
You can't blame the guy. The girl is fly.
He dialed right down the center, 1-800-CALLATT.
The defense rests. If he needs a friend, he'll do it again. If the car gets stuck...
come on, before she lock us up. Use 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls. It's free for you and cheap for them.
Rams fans, your team just won the NFC Championship, and you can wear the same hat and T-shirt the players are wearing during their post-game celebration. Direct from the NFL Shop, the official NFC Champions locker room hat and tee. Celebrate in style with this great combo featuring the Rams and NFC Champs logos. Call now and bring home a piece of Rams history with the official locker room hat and tee combo for only $39.95. 877-577-SHOP or log on to superbowl.com.
I'm in the business of touching lives.
There have been other television series about high school.
If you want respect, you got to earn it. And this is where we start.
This one is in a class by itself.
Sometimes I wonder whether I'm up to this job.
You make us all want to be better teachers. That's the bottom line.
The hit series Boston Public, all new tomorrow.
Coming up next on Fox, a freak accident shuts Homer's mouth on an all-new Simpsons. Then, the boys come up with the perfect play to defeat Dad on an all-new Malcolm. And it's an all-new X-Files you shouldn't watch alone. It's all coming up next, except on the West Coast, as we bring you back to the post-game show here in Los Angeles. And once again, tell you that the Patriots and Rams head into the Super Bowl, each on 8-game winning streaks. Let's take you back to the highlights of this game.
All right, London Fletcher getting the Rams all fired up. But first, out comes Donovan McNabb off the back foot, 12-yard touchdown. Todd Pinkston, great behind-the-back catch. 17-13, Eagles over the Rams. Marshall Faulk time. Out of the eye, lead back, kicks inside, 1-yard touchdown. 22-17, Rams, 2-point conversion fail. Fourth quarter, Marshall Faulk again. Watch the effort, stop, lunges forward, breaks the plane. Second touchdown on the day, 29-17, and then finally something everybody thought McNabb should have been doing all day, getting out of the pocket, touchdown, 29-24. Then McNabb looking, watching, firing, going too late on the crossing route, intercepted by the guy picked up from Arizona, Aeneas Williams. Rams take care of the Eagles, 29-24, and they will go to New Orleans for Super Bowl 36 against this team, the New England Patriots. Tom Brady in, hit by Fletcher. Has to leave this game, high ankle injury in his stead is Drew Bledsoe. Touchdown pass, having to tower to David Patton of 11 yards, 14-3 New England. And then Brandon Mitchell blocks Chris Brown's field goal attempt. Troy Brown scoops it up. He then turns and laterals this one to Antoine Harris. 49 yards later, it's 21-3 New England. The running game finally gets something going. Amos Zaraway, 11-yard touchdown, 21-17 New England. And then Cordell Stewart. The last two possessions of the fourth quarter at the end of the game both ended in interception, ended all hopes for the Steelers traveling to New Orleans. Drew Bledsoe holding the trophy high. 24-17 is your final. Super Bowl 36, New England versus the St. Louis Rams.
And hats off to New England. That defense was simply sensational. After the game, comments from the winners.
It's a great win for our team because no one gave us a chance. 9.5-point underdog, and underdog, that used to be my favorite cartoon. I used to like that cartoon, so it's good.
I mean, you've been a Belichick guy, and you've stayed with him, and it's been a kind of a crazy scene. I mean, you're up the #1 draft pick, but you believe in what he can do.
Well, JB's colleague Terry gave me a special award for it.
That's it. Owner of the year, right here.
No, but when we were 1-3, people were calling me, "You're going to fire him," and I always believed in him, and I think giving up a #1 pick for him actually probably was a very good value for the New England Patriots.
It was real great, you know, especially after I scored a touchdown and hear the crowd just go silent. You know, all the guys coming down there. And, I tried to do a little dance, but everybody was on me. But it was just full of excitement today.
All right, folks, and we will take a preview look at Super Bowl 36. It'll be the Rams and the Patriots. But first, let's go back to Week 10 when those two teams met, and it was a Rams victory in New England.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe Ty Law had on Howie's hat. That was unbelievable. You looked good in that thing,
Ty, I liked your hat.
you know.
Tell what you were really saying.
It's not quite what I'd go with.
You said, what was that? But don't underestimate this Patriots football team. This is a team that's won 10 of their last 11 games. They only lost being to the Rams. But in that game, they had a real chance to go up 10 points right before the half. Antoine Smith fumbled the football on the 1-yard line going in, and then the game just completely turned around. But they really played them pretty even.
And Mike Martz got to look at a very complicated defensive scheme today in Jim Johnson. And next week he gets, obviously, Bill Belichick, someone who he feels is the ultimate challenge. Gave Mike Martz and Kurt Warner some problems up there, 2 interceptions, threw for over close to 400 yards, 485 yards. Yeah, pretty darn good total offense, but did cause them problems.
Yeah, but I tell you, you know, that New England, I know the people probably sitting there, they all wanted the Steelers. I know I wanted the Steelers to be there, but let's face it, New England earned that right, and they will be a formidable opponent for the Rams. Belichick gets it done defensively for New England.
The legend of Terry Bradshaw grows in Pittsburgh.
I wish it was not this way.
I understand, partner. All right.
It does not grow.
We're going to take you back to St. Louis and rejoin Pat Summerall.
All right, JB, thank you very much. And John, I wonder how many times we're going to hear the phrase, who would have thought that New England was going to be there and Philadelphia played them tough. Who would have thought when we did the Eagles and the Rams, the opening Sunday of the season, that today's game would be the classic that it was, I think.
Well, you know, you had respect for the Rams all the way. I mean, I think, you know, all year you can kind of see them coming, and, you know, they looked like the team that was going to be the Super Bowl team, the best team in the NFC. And in that first game, the Eagles gave them all they wanted. And so you knew that if they could do it once, they could do it again, and I think they did today.
Well, as you look ahead now, that's New England. We got a lot to learn about them because we haven't seen them in a long time. The Rams, we've done, what, 6 of their games, I think, something like that. So we know pretty much what they can do, how explosive they can be. What are your thoughts about next week's game?
Well, you know, that's what it's all about. I mean, you know, people can say that they wanted this team to be in there or that team to be in there, and it's not a vote. It's not an election. It's not something that someone gives you. You earn the right to be there. I mean, the Patriots earn the right to be there by winning. The Rams earn the right to be there by winning. Those are the 2 Super Bowl teams. Those are the 2 teams that deserve to be there. And I think it's going to be a heck of a game because, as I said at the end of the game, I remember maybe it was a month ago, Bill Belichick told us, he said, the toughest defense that I ever played against, or the toughest guy that I've ever gone against, is Bill Belichick. Little did he know at that time that he was going to be going against him in the Super Bowl.
Well, it could be a classic. It's something we look forward to very much.
Yeah, you know, Super Bowl 36 in New Orleans, 1 week. This is why we do this. I mean, if you can't get excited about that stuff, then, as I said, you better check your stuff. This is great. This is what it's all about.
Right now, let's go to Pam Oliver, who had a chance earlier to visit with Eagle head coach Andy Reid.
Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Andy, I watched you stand at that door, greet every single one of your players, and tell them nice job. Even though this has to be heartbreaking, I know you're very proud of that group.
Well, I am. They really did a nice job of battling back, and the Rams are a good football team now. We obviously felt like we deserved to be here too, and we were hoping to come out on the long end of the stick, and we came up a little bit short. But I'm proud of the guys and the way they battled.
Talk to me about Donovan McNabb. Obviously, he's probably pretty devastated. That 1 turnover at the end of the game pretty much sealed the deal. Any special words for him after all this?
Well, Donovan's going to have other opportunities down the road. He's a young football player by years here, and the sky's the limit for Donovan. And hey, he kept firing, and things happen. You know, that's all part of the playoffs. And unless you win the ring, you end up going home a little bit down, and so he'll be fine.
Can you sum up just how hard it is, Andy, to come just 1 game short of your goal, the goal that you've set and the guys have been working for since training camp?
Well, immediately it's tough, but after you step back and you have a few days or a week or so, you figured out that hey, you took another step forward. You've got a young football team coming back that are all signed, sealed, and delivered. And, hey, we'll give it another run next year.
All right. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it. Let's go back to Pat.
All right. Thanks, Pam, and thanks to Coach Reed as well. This is Pat Summerall for John Madden, Ron Pitts, and Pam Oliver saying so long from St. Louis, where once again the final